am presently pursuing my Bachelor's of Technology in Production and Industrial Engineering from IIT Roorkee.
And myself, Prabhat Pavecha. I am also pursuing Production and Industrial Engineering in IIT Roorkee.
So if we talk about the basic overview of the branch, so as you all may be knowing that Production and Industrial is a sub-part of the mechanical engineering that we all know about. So we actually focus on the managerial part of the industry, like supply chain management, operations research, and we don't look into the very core subjects of mechanical engineering.
In 2 words, we can say that it's industrial management. How to run an industry, how to manufacture in an industry, where to locate industry, and it's all about basically production process.
So see, we have various subjects like supply chain management, for example. So where we look into the various logistics of a company. Then we have production planning, wherein how do you set up a company, where do you set up a company, how do you look into how will you procure raw materials and the transportation of all that. Then we have work system design, so that you can have better performing employees of your company. So it basically tells you how to set up an industry. So gets you a little more application towards the industry. So now we'll be talking about what are your interests, so that you can join production and industrial engineering. See, basically when you pass out of your school, you don't have much of knowledge of what you want to do. So basically I would recommend that if you have interest in analysis, and actually want to practically apply what you have studied all along your syllabus, so that's when I want you to join production industrial engineering.
It's more of an analytical course rather than logical. Basically, you have to apply your what you have studied till now into an industry, and how to predict the future of an industry or a company.
See, the various subjects that we study contain the basic production processes like casting, like welding, then deforming. So that has somewhat a basic touch of physics into it. But then when you go into the industrial courses like supply chain management or operations research, you need just a hint of mathematics, and then there's more of logical reasoning inside it. You should know what actually the market requires, what actually do you want to do with your company. So that's more of an analytical part and more of a logical part. And it's not like you have your interest in physics, then only you can join production industrial engineering. If you have somewhat logical thinking about the various aspects of engineering and what happens around, and how do you want to run a company, basically that's what is required in production industrial engineering.
For research programs, we have various subjects like operation research, production planning and control, supply chain management, financial management. In these subjects, we can really research, and further we can look into the depth of the subjects. And more of the research is case-based research, like in industrial research projects are there. There are case studies based on industries also, and there are various aspects of what difficulties an industry faces, and we do the projects in that.
See, basically the projects are being run inside various companies. Like if we take an example of Flipkart recently has been doing a lot of optimization of their supply chain management in order to get their logistics right. So there's where the need of industrial engineers come in. So that's basically the point that we are talking about, that it's into supply chain management, operations management, the working of an industry, how the inventory is coming in, how the inventory will be scheduled. So that's what is basically the productions part. And as far as the placements are concerned, we have various core companies that come in specifically for our own branch, like ITC, like Schlumberger also takes up people for industrial management. But the scope actually is not only the core part. Operations is one such subject that is not taught to anybody else inside the campus. So that's where we score the brownie points. Industry requires all these subjects. Even if you are applying for any company, they they prefer people who know supply chain management or operations. So that's where you can come into play. And otherwise, placement scenario is more or less good because you get a lot of time into what you want to do apart from the coursework.